Hi, Rich Spezzano here from Digitally Feelers, and today I'm going to attempt to turn this man into a monster. And I think it'll be easy and fun, so let's get started. So I pulled in the following just so you could see what's going on. There's the man, a cougar, and some rocks, and some snakes. And all of these were gotten from the stock photos, and I have the links in the description below. So you can check on them, or you can use your own. So I have all my originals grouped, like you said, I showed you before. I want to pull him out in the front first. I don't really want his sweater to show, so I'm just going to paint black. If you find a photo you want to use, you can just put a black fill in the back and just cut out the face, and I think that would work. But this photo already had a black background, so it worked out pretty good for me. And I might even just fade all of this out a little bit, just like that. So now let's pull the cougar. He's down here, and I'm going to pull him up to the front. And I will change the opacity so that you can see the face below him. And I want to stretch out that cougar so that he almost lines up. The nose is really what I'm looking to line up here. So right like that. And I think that looks pretty close. Really see the edge of the bottom of the nose and the edge of the bottom of the cougar's nose. It's a little bit crooked. Let me just pull out a little bit here and just like that. And I think that's about where we want to be. So let's bring the opacity back up. And what I'll do here is I will create a mask. And when I select the mask, I will do Command I to invert it. So now the mask is completely covering, you can't see it at all. And so now what we need to do, the mask is actually all black right now, so now what we're going to do is paint in white. So if you hit your D key, it brings you to black and white in the colors here, and if you hit your X key, you can go back and forth. So I picked a soft round brush, and now I'm just going to start painting on the mask of the cougar and bring just really the mouth is all I'm looking for. And a little bit like of the cheeks, kind of like this kind of a look. And I don't really want the whiskers, so I'm going to hit my X and go back to black and make my brush smaller and kind of paint the whiskers out a little bit. I don't really need them in this particular one. And I'm just kind of trying to get this mouth a little bit like that. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. So now we have, I'm going to type cougar, and now we have man. I'm changing the names of these now, man. And what's next to come out? Next, I think I will take the snakes. So let's drag the snakes up to the top. Oops, try it again. Drag the snakes to the top. There we go. And now I'm going to turn the other two off right now while I work with the snakes. So let's shrink the snakes down a little and get a close-up. What I'm going to do with the snakes also is create a mask. And now I'm going to paint all the stuff that's not a snake out of it. So I'm just going to go like that. Let me redo that. Sorry. There we go. Let's just paint all of this stuff out and just show the snakes right now. I'm really going around the edges, and then I'll get rid of the other stuff afterwards. And it's much harder with a mouse than it is with a pen, but I could have used a pen tool. That probably would have worked better. But for now, for this tutorial, like I always say, I'm not spending a lot of time, otherwise the tutorial would be too long, and I'm trying to keep this one shorter than some of my others. Some of them I've gone on so crazy. But you guys have been watching. I'm so happy. I'm not sure you don't turn them off after a couple of minutes, but you learn something anyway, even in a few minutes. So there you go. So let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of anything above here. All right, let's go bigger. Get rid of all this. I'm painting in black now on the mask. That's how I'm getting rid of all the rest of this. And I think that's close enough to what I need it for. So let's get back to here. And what I think I will do now is I will rasterize the snake. And I turn the others on. There we go. And let's go back up a little. And there's a snake. So let's take the snake. Now that the snake is rasterized, it still has all the extra stuff. So what I'll do really is I'll command click on the picture of the snake, the icon, and then I'll just control command J and then deselect. And if I delete the bottom one, now I just have the snake itself. And I need that because what I'm going to do is warp the snake. So first I want to stretch him out a little bit like that. And let's see where we end up. We're going to try and go right here to mesh warp. If you don't see it, press down. If perspective is clicked, then just switch it to mesh warp. And all I'm going to do is start warping the snake. Oops. Just to work it around his head. Undo that. I'm trying to grab the actual lines. And I think I could pull this down lower, but I want this part to go up a little higher so it's not covering completely. And bring this part down. And I think that's okay actually. I think that works out, and I'm going to say apply. And let's see what we got right now. That's good. I know this looks a little strange, but trust me, it'll get there. He's not really a monster yet. So the next thing I'm doing is I am going to bring this to the top. And this is, I just typed in rubble or rocks or something in stock photos. Like I said, the links are in the description. And I ended up with this. The only problem is this thing is in my way. Now I might be able to work it without it. So let's see. Actually, maybe we can do the inpainting tool. Let's try the inpainting first. Yeah, does a pretty good job actually. Look at that. Yep, perfect. So that's it. That's how the inpainting tool is pretty amazing. Do you know that Photoshop 2020 just came out, and they're kind of showing what Affinity has as inpainting tool as something brand new. And meanwhile, Affinity's had it for a while. It's great to have Affinity. I love this program so much. So I'm going to lower the opacity again and pick a spot that I want to use, and I think this might be good. I might stretch this a little bit to keep the grass, you won't see it anyway, but I'll stretch that out just a little like that. And I think that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to turn the opacity back on, and I'm going to add a mask. On that mask, I'm going to go back to Control Command I, so the mask disappears. And now I'm going to paint in white and start painting that mask back in where the face is. I'm going to go right to the edges like that. Don't worry what it'll cover up. Basically I'm trying to keep the mouth free and the eyes free. So, and also don't worry about the snakes. In fact, I don't even know if I'll do the snakes. We'll see. Let me put it on the snakes, but we will see afterwards if I'm going to keep it on the snakes. I may not keep it on the snakes, but we'll give it a try in a minute because we'll put the snakes on top. if that doesn't work. I'm just using my left bracket to shrink my brush and my right bracket to make it bigger. I'm just trying to get the whole thing covered up except for the eyes themselves. This is pretty easy, folks. And let's try, we can add more afterwards, but let's try this for now. And we're going to change the blend mode to overlay. Whoops, first we have to select the actual thing and do overlay. And he's looking pretty funky right there. And we're going to still work on that, don't worry about it. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go a filter, hue and saturation, HSL is hue and saturation. That's on the top of everything, and I'm going to try and get some sort of a blue, like that. I can do all kinds of colors if you prefer a green or a red guy, but I kind of like the blue. I thought that was more of an interest, bluish green almost. And I think that gives it a kind of a cool look. And we'll keep the luminosity down. Saturation, we can go lower or higher. I like it with a little bit more blue. And I'm thinking that looks pretty good so far. So what I'll do right now before I go any further is I'll go document, no, I'm sorry, I'll go layer and merge visible. And that brings it to the top. So all of these are not showing right now. This is just a flat pixel picture. So let's try adding a new layer, and I will paint it some kind of a red. So now we do this. And remember, this is on its own pixel layer right now. So I'm just going to kind of get that just covering the eyes. I could be more precise, but like I said before, and I always say I don't have time on these videos, but you can take the time. And let's take that and let's see what we can do with it. First, I think we'll try a different blend mode. I kind of like darken, but we'll go down the line. I'm just clicking the down arrow. Even like that, actually. Glow looks pretty good too. So it's between darken and glow. So that's darken. I think I'll keep darken. I think when I was practicing, I did glow, but I think I like darken. And let's see, maybe we can give it, if we give it an outer glow, let's see what it looks like. Outer glow of the same red. I think that's okay, actually. I think I'll keep that too. So we're going to close and let's see what we have so far. Okay, we're doing good. So I think I'll do another layer. I'm going to add another pixel layer, and this time with the brush with the same red. I think I'm just going to kind of do this. That one I think is too much. Let's do this. Oh, one more time. Okay, and let's see what blend mode I can give that. Oh, I like that because it's giving, that's even better actually. Let's try the multiply. Makes that red just reflect off of there a little bit. Okay, let's add another pixel layer now on top, and we'll give the mouth a little bit of color also. And maybe the lips just a little bit like that. I'm not sure if that's going to work, but let's see what happens. Okay, I'm okay with that too. And so we use darken mode. I think it was darken, correct? Yes. We can always erase some of that if we want. Let's use our eraser. If we want to shape this a little bit differently, or if we want to add it, we can just add more right on the lips part. So this is the end result. So use your imagination. You can use different types of background paper. You can use crumpled paper. I've tried that. It works pretty well, actually. You can use different blend modes and all. If I did right now, if I decided now you want to pull this all together even more, I could say document, layer, merge visible again. And maybe you want to add a little noise to make it all look like it's the same. So where's noise? There we go, add noise. And let's get a close-up here. Just to give it, you don't want to go all the way up like that, but you might want to bring a little bit of noise in to make the whole picture look like it's all one. I hope you liked this tutorial, and if you did, please click like and subscribe, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.